Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I'm just doing some good stretching so I can have a good handstand and not be inhibited by mobility and flexibility. Why don't you join me? What's going on, gangster? Gregory Scott here. So I hope everybody's having an extra gameful day. It's about to get even more gameful because today we're making handstand and mobility gains. So out of the 5 elements of the handstand that we talked about, it's important to note that nothing can be neglected. It's a common thought amongst people that you can just power your way through a handstand or just somehow magically get it after multiple attempts, but this just isn't the case. In this video, I'm going to talk briefly about why overhead mobility is important for the handstand. I'm going to show you quick tests you can do to see where your mobility is at right now. And after that, I'll show you some exercises you can do to get those flexibility and mobility gains. Let's do it. So this drill that we're about to do is literally so simple. All you need is a wall, and it's a great way to test your mobility, test your overhead shoulder mobility. Okay, so all you're doing, I'm putting my back up against the wall. Now there's 4 points of contact that I want to make with the wall or pole or whatever you're using. Okay, so the first point of contact is my feet. My feet stay against the wall the whole time. Next is my butt. I want to keep my core tight. Next is my upper back, and then my head. So those are the 4 points of contact that I want to make. So all I'm doing is I'm trying to bring my shoulders in line with my ears, just like I would in a perfect handstand. All right, so if you have good shoulder mobility, this is how it would look. Bringing my arms all the way next to my ears, I still have all 4 points of contact. So take note. So this perfect line that you see with all 4 points of contact and my shoulders right next to my ears, so that's going to translate exactly to the handstand. So it's exactly the same. Alright, and there it is. So there's 2 main compensations that you see when doing this movement, okay? So the first one is this. So you have everything flat against the wall, you start to try to raise your arms up, and then your back will start to arch and your butt will come off the wall. If you're doing this, that's just your body's way of compensating for lax and you've reached the limit of your shoulder mobility. Okay, so you come here, you only go as far as you can without your back arching. As soon as your back starts to come off, then you've reached your limit. So some people, they'll be here, then they have to start to arch. Some people will get to about here, some people will get here, but as soon as you're arching, you've reached your limit. So the other compensation is the head falling forward. So people do something like this. So they're flat, you know, they're coming here, they'll reach the limits of their mobility, and then in order to get their arms next to their ears, their head will start to fall forward. Okay, so again, this is just your body's way of compensating. You want to keep all 4 points of contact. So that's your feet against the wall, that's your butt against the wall, keeping the core tight, keeping your upper back and your head against the wall. Okay, so you want to be here. If you reach the limits of your mobility, if you start to feel those compensations, and that's your end, and that's where your mobility is at. And then when you go to handstand, that's where you'll be at currently. But remember, it just gets better over time. So quickly, before we get into the exercises, I want to give you a gains tip that you need to internalize, because this is something that I see a lot. So by far, the #1 mistake that I see when people attempt to learn hand balancing or even calisthenic movements, or just all of fitness in general, is what I call analysis paralysis, or in simpler terms, overthinking. Many people that I've talked to that are just learning handstands, if they lack mobility in any way, will use that as an excuse to not actually get on their hands and get upside down. This way of thinking is flawed. Like I said earlier, when you first get into handstands, when you first get into hand balancing, there's no way right off the bat that your handstands are going to be perfect. And honestly, it doesn't even need to be. I'm sure the majority of you watching this video are not going to be professional hand balancers in the circus, so just have fun with your handstand training. If you lack the shoulder mobility for a perfect handstand right now, that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just keep working on it, and over time it will get better. And in the meantime, you can work on those other skills that matter, like actually bouncing on your hands. So one more time, don't think your handstand have to be perfect. They won't be right when you start. Just have fun with your training. So with all that being said, finally, we'll look at the exercises we can do to improve our mobility and flexibility and get our handstands looking right. Let's do it. For this, you can just use whatever you have available to you. So you don't have to have a PVC pipe. If you do, then awesome. But if not, you know, walk around your house, find a broomstick, something like that. You can use a resistance band, just whatever works for you. Okay. So how the exercise looks. So all I'm doing is I'm here. So I want to have completely straight arms the whole entire time. And I'm just going to take my chest and shoulders through that full range of motion. Okay, so I'm just here, coming all the way back. So keeping hollow body, so not arching my back like when we get that banana, but just staying nice and hollow. So keeping my arms straight, I'm just coming back, and then I'm coming forward, right? So you can make this exercise harder or easier by how you position your hands. So if you have your hands wider, it's going to be easier. If you have your hands together, it's going to be harder. Okay, so yeah, just find that good range of motion for you. You want to get to the point where it's like challenging, but not to where you're like straining through it. But also you don't want it to be too easy where you can just go back and forth like this. So find that sweet spot, really like stay hollow and control your breathing and keep straight arms the whole entire time. So taking your chest and shoulders with that full range of motion, then coming back. right? And making sure you breathe the whole time. That's going to be key for you. Okay, so I just showed you overhand rotations. So to do underhand rotations, all we're going to do is rotate our grip on the pole or the PVC pipe, start behind our back, and same thing. So I'm staying nice and hollow, staying nice and tight, keeping good straight arms, just coming all the way overhead, trying to bring it down to my belly button, and then coming back. All right, so amazing stretch to open up your chest, open up your shoulders. Just make sure you're not coming here like bending your arms. Make sure you're not like doing any of this. And yeah, so just do good form and you'll get an amazing stretch there. So this next exercise I just call standing overhead stretch, okay? It's another one that's high on the list of bang for your buck flexibility exercises, and it's simple. Okay, so I want my hands to be even here. So you can do this on a pole, you can do this on a wall with your hands flat, you can do this like on rings, just whatever works for you, okay? But I'm just gonna show you on the pole. Okay, so I'm here. All I'm doing, I wanna make sure my arms are completely straight. So think about the handstand, right? We don't wanna have a bend in our arms, but we actually wanna be pressing into the ground the whole time. So even if you're like not like completely bent, I'm still not creating any tension here. So I wanna have my arms completely straight the whole time. Next, I'm shooting my forehead to the ground. Okay, so you're gonna get an amazing stretch in your shoulders there. Okay, so key points, make sure that I'm not doing any of this, right? That's that ugly banana back that we don't want. I wanna keep my core engaged the whole time, keep hollow body, keep my arms straight, and just shoot my head towards the ground. And make sure I'm breathing in through the nose, out the mouth. So from here, we can just get a good static stretch. We can hold for like 15, 20, 30 seconds, whatever you want. Just making sure those arms stay locked out, not bent, not even like just relaxed, but actually we're pressing into the pole the whole entire time, shooting my forehead down towards the ground, and you'll get an amazing stretch there. Okay, then also you can do it with one arm. So same thing, make sure my hips stay square. I don't want to be twisted up here, but I'm just completely extending that arm and shooting my head towards the ground. So not having that ugly banana back, but staying nice and tight. And I'm just here, creating that tension, shooting my forehead to the ground. All right, make sure you have balance on both sides, make sure you stay breathing, and you'll make some amazing shoulder mobility gains for that exercise. All right, so last but certainly not least, we're just gonna start back bend progression. So back bends are just amazing. There's so many benefits, you know, open up your shoulders, open up your chest, your upper back, your lower back. Being in that position, you know, focusing on your breathing is gonna translate to a bunch of other stuff, and it's just all around gains. Plus, you can even start to get into like some cool stuff like, you know, like some scorpion stuff, really getting that good back bend. In the handstand, you know, getting in that scorpion. So it's just, back bends are great to do. All right, so how we're gonna start this, how we start this progression. So you can be against a pole, you can be against a wall, just whatever you want. Okay, so I'm here, I wanna shoot my hips forward, right? And I want my arms to be completely straight. All right, so if I'm here in the back bend and my arms are bent, that just defeats the whole purpose, okay? I wanna have straight arms. Now, a lot of you will find this difficult, like you might be able to find that you can't get your arms straight in this position right away. Even if you start up here, you know, and you open your shoulders like this, it still works. But yeah, so key points, I want my arms to be completely straight the whole time. I wanna shoot my chest out, and I wanna have completely straight arms, opening my shoulders. All right, so I'm here, and I'm just walking down. So only go to a position where you can comfortably breathe in through your nose and out your mouth. So breathing. If you get to a position and you like can't breathe and you get stuck here, then that just defeats the whole purpose. You don't want to do that. You only want to go to a position where you can comfortably breathe, and over time you get lower and lower. Right? So key points for the back bend. So I'm here, I can have my feet about shoulder width apart. I'm shooting my hips forward. I'm breathing in through my nose, out my mouth, and I have completely straight arms. Also, you can also press into it. So you can start here, and you can just press into the movement, whichever way works for you. All right, so just keep straight arms, breathe in, go to like where you can still comfortably breathe, in through your nose, out your mouth, and hold for good like 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds, whatever works for you. And if you're super advanced, you can come down to the ground, you know, lock out those arms. So. And that's it. All right, guys, so thank you again for watching this video. You already know I appreciate all you that are moving forward, that are spreading the gains, that are getting that 1% better every day. It means a lot. I hope we all make ultimate gains together. So again, make sure you subscribe, like this video, spread the gains with a friend, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure you're practicing stuff, not just watching the videos, but actually applying it. And as always, have a gainful day.